Camera down.
Could we have a rounding applause? Louder, Iato members. You're all present. This is your conference, and let's have a huge round of applause as support for the executive committee members of Iato.
Vanakkam. I tried to learn a little bit more, but it didn't work for me, but Vanakkam. It is indeed has been an absolute privilege and a tremendously satisfying experience to be a 2016 convention chairman along with my dear friend and co-chair, Rajiv Mehra. The entire executive committee and many volunteers have worked hard over the last few months to put on a world-class convention for you this year. We have some very special guests with us here today on the stage. The Honorable Minister of Tourism, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Velamandi Natarajan. The Honorable Minister for School, Education, Sports, Youth Welfare, responsible for Archaeology, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Pandirajan K. The Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, Government of Odisha, Mr. Ashok Chandrapanda, who's been with us before a few times. Mr. Vinod Zutsi, Secretary of Tourism from our very own Ministry of Tourism. Mr. T.K. Ramachandran, Principal Secretary, Tourism, Culture and Religious Endowments, Ministry of Tourism, Government of Tamil Nadu. Mr. Har Sahai Meena, Commissioner of Tourism, Managing Director, Tamil Nadu Tourism Development Corporation and Iato's best friend. And Mr. Anakul Anand, Chairman of Faith and Director, ITC. We also have with us our amazing friends and supporters from the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, as well as senior administrators from many other states across the country, each who have understood the value of tourism to their economies. The room is full of friends and colleagues of media, of supporters to our industry from across India and beyond. We're delighted to have each one of you. I also want to especially acknowledge the presence of some of the men who helped bring Iato to where it is today. Our past presidents, some of which who are here today. Pawan Khanna, Maharaj Vai, Vijay Thakur, and Shabash Goel. Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the members of the Indian Association of Tour Operators, I welcome you all to our 32nd annual convention.
Good morning. On behalf of the members of Iato and entire travel industry, it is my pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to honorable dignitaries and the 32nd Iato convention. On the dais, Thiru Velamandi N. Natarajan, Honorable Minister of Tourism, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Pandirajan K., Honorable Minister of School Education, Sports and Youth Welfare, also responsible for Archaeology, Government of Tamil Nadu. Mr. Ashok Chandrapanda, Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture. Government of Odisha, Mr. Vinod Zutsi, Secretary Tourism, Government of India. Mr. T. Ramachandran, Principal Secretary, Tourism, Culture and Religious Endowment Department, Ministry of Tourism, Government of Tamil Nadu. Mr. Har Sahai Meena, Commissioner of Tourism and Managing Director, TTC, Government of Tamil Nadu. Mr. Nakul Anand, Chairman, Faith. Colleagues on dais. Presidents of associations, TAI, TAFI, EDTI, ITA. golf tourism, FHRI, high, etc. Delegates, members of press and media, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to convey our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu for her blessings, and due to which we are able to organize our convention in Chennai. We also extend a big thank you to Honorable Minister of Tourism, Government of Tamil Nadu, Principal Secretary Tourism, and Commissioner and MD Tamil Nadu Tourism, who all have supported our event to happen in Tamil Nadu. This is the first ever Iato convention in Tamil Nadu since its inception in 1982. Sir, your team in tourism department has worked very hard to ensure making this convention a big success. In the terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir. Convention a big success. Thank you.
Organizing committee, friends, at the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. 3 years after this historic address by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the Constitution of India was adopted. Regrettably, one industry's tryst with destiny didn't materialize. An industry that is the main source of foreign exchange earnings for 1/3 of the developing countries. An industry that accounts for 40% of GDP in at least 1/2 of developed countries. An industry that can be the engine that powers the economic growth of the industry. And until this day, we await the tryst with our rightful destiny. India ranks 52 on the WTO Travel and Tourism Competitive Index, and that is not for want of crucial defining parameters of natural and cultural resources, both of which we have in abundance and rank favorably at number 9 and number...
Good morning, Honorable Minister for Tourism, Government of Tamil Nadu, Honorable Minister for School Education and Youth Sports Welfare and Archaeology, Government of Tamil Nadu, Honorable Minister for Tourism, Government of Odisha, Secretary Tourism, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, Secretary Tourism, Art, Culture, Archaeology, Hindu Religious and Endowment Trust and Government of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Pranab Sarkar, President IATA, Mr. Rajiv Kohli, Mr. Subhash Goyal, all officers from other states, officers from Tamil Nadu Tourism, all members from media, distinguished guests of the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I am very glad to note that the 32nd IATA convention is taking in Tamil Nadu, and it is the first convention of IATA taking place in Chennai. I am very happy that this convention will certainly yield good result to boost the tourism in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is the state which have all kind of tourism. It has multi-facets of tourism, and in all sectors of tourism we are trying our best to develop good quality infrastructure so that we can receive more and more tourists. As you are aware that from last 2 years we are getting highest number of tourists both in domestic and international tourism. And this convention, I hope that you will pave the way how we can get this 1.5 crore foreign tourists till 2023. That is a target fixed by Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. And we want that whatever support from Government Tamil Nadu is from the Department of Tourism is needed for IATA. We will try, and in the next 2 days, I hope that a lot of things will be discussed in the different seminars, lot of sessions are there, and we will be very much hopeful that you will pave the way for getting highest number of tourists. We want that the tourism arrival in India is increasing day by day, and a lot of things are being improved by Government of India, Ministry of Tourism, and we states are also getting benefit out of them. And
Honorable Minister for Tourism, Government of Tamil Nadu, Honorable Minister for School Education, Sports and Youth Welfare, Government of Tamil Nadu, Honorable Minister for Tourism and Culture, Government of Odisha, Secretary Tourism, Government of India, other dignitaries on the dais from Iato and elsewhere. To all of you, a warm vanakkam, good morning. There are several speeches by representatives from Tamil Nadu. There is also a presentation in a short while. So I will not take much time except to say we welcome you all warmly, all the delegates of Iato. We welcome you warmly to this Iato convention, which we have taken great trouble in putting together. This is the first time the convention is happening in Tamil Nadu. I was surprised a couple of minutes back when someone said that many of you might not have actually visited Tamil Nadu. So I just would like to say, Tamil Nadu ne dekha to apne kya dekha? So you must stay back. Tamil Nadu does not exist elsewhere. It's a microcosm of the world in itself. And if it's not here, it's nowhere. You know, that is the kind of statement you can make about Tamil Nadu. The living traditions in Tamil Nadu are extraordinary. We learn dance, we do our traditions, we do our cultural activities. Life goes on, it's a living tradition, and that is something that you must promote. I would also like to congratulate the Iato for putting together this conference. They've done a brilliant job, and I'm sure the deliberations of this conference will be of great use to us, and we assure you, especially people like Mr. Nakul Anand, Mr. Sarkar, we definitely will ensure that these recommendations are acted upon. There are several schemes of government which the Honourable Minister will be talking about, which have been put together only to aid tourism. There are several schemes which are supported by Government of India, like Swadesh Darshan, like Prasad, like coastal tourism, tourism circuits. And our aim is to make tourism the linchpin of economic growth, because there is so much of growth. The Minister made a statement where she emphasized that tourism will have a great role to play in our economic development, and a master plan for tourism is underway at a cost of several hundreds of crores. Details, the Minister.
And to all the Iato members who are integral part of the Tourism Ministry in all his advisory capacity and otherwise also. I would love to be with you, but because of my prior commitment to visit Australia for a tourist meet and a festival of India, I'll miss the opportunity to share your wisdom, seek experiences, and of course, how we can join hands to take India tourism in a big way. Friends, all of you know that it is not possible for any government agency to think of tourism and take tourism to the new heights. Our Honorable Prime Minister has always given tourism as
Honorable Minister Tourism, Government of Tamil Nadu. Honorable Minister for School Education, Sports and Youth Welfare, Tamil Nadu. Honorable Minister Tourism and Culture, Government of Odisha. Honorable President of Iato, Principal Secretary Tourism, Tamil Nadu, Commissioner Tourism, Tamil Nadu. Mr. Khwaja, our ex-Tourism Secretary. CNMD Air India, Ashwini Lohani, CNMD ITDC, Umang Garuda, other dignitaries on the dais, distinguished members of Iato, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to first of all congratulate Iato for the 32nd Iato convention here in Chennai. With 34 years of existence, I would say Iato has become young as well as matured. In the same breath, I would like to express my thanks to this organization, to the President Iato for inviting me to this magnificent convention of the prestigious organization. And I'm extremely happy to be amongst the fraternity of tour operators of this country, and that too in enchanting Tamil Nadu, the #1 tourist state in the country for foreign tourists and domestic tourist visits. Friends, 10 years back in 2006, I had the privilege to host and attend the Iato convention in Jaipur in the capacity of Secretary Tourism, Government of Rajasthan. As will emerge from the convention here, I look forward to get the final report of the Chennai declaration of Iato. Friends, India tourism is doing well. We have to look for reasons, as Mr. Kohli was mentioning, why is it not getting translated into the business at your level? But the statistics for the first 8 months of this year paint a positive picture. And I think all of us sitting in this room should be proud of what India is doing and what combinedly what all of us are doing. The growth this year in the first 8 months has been 10.2% as against. Very well remember the commitments that we have made to Iato and your office bearers about bringing up the validity period from 30 to 60 days, to making single entry to multiple entry, and to also increase the initial time of 30 days to more than 120 days. The matter is under active consideration of the central government. We have had meeting with the Union Home Minister and he has given in principle approval to all these suggestions.
My thanks to IOTA for inviting me and congratulations to their whole team for holding this convention. I was looking forward to be a part of this convention and was supposed to attend the full session of this 32nd IOTA convention in this beautiful city of Chennai. But I had to cut short my visit and rush back to Srinagar to review the situation. From this platform, I salute all the brave 17 soldiers who were martyred yesterday in unfortunate terrorist attack at a military base in North Kashmir at Uri. Services to one's country that end so tragically.
Welcome. Good morning, everybody. In this 32nd annual convention with us, Rajan K, Honorable Minister for School Education, Sports and Youth Affairs, Tamil Nadu. We are with Vellamandik N. Natarajan, Honorable Minister, Tourism, Government of Tamil Nadu. Mr. Pranab Sarkar, Adjutant, Union Secretary for Tourism, Mr. Jutsi, Mr. Kohli, Mr. Behra, and other delegates, Tourism Secretary Tamil Nadu, and other delegates on dais, esteemed delegates of the dais also, and our two delegates, friends from media. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate all people, you delegates, those who have assembled here to this August session. It is indeed a privilege on the part of this August gathering to say something about present tourism scenario in the country. It is a fact that tourism is going at a much faster pace in India and globally also. For the success of tourism in the country, we must thank the Union Minister of Tourism, Mr. Jutsi is here, and their team in making an enduring effort in putting tourism on the top of the agenda. Few of the points he just mentioned before me. Final stage to be decided at Bhubaneswar. It will just take a couple of days. It is the Chief Minister's approval. It is in his table, and I hope we will hear the good news for the 33rd convention that I have at Bhubaneswar.
Welcome to Tamil Nadu. Let me give you a warm welcome to each one of you to spend 3 days of learning and of course pleasure in this land of Tamil Nadu. Dear dignitaries on this dais, my dear colleague Thiru Vellamandi Natarajan, my fellow minister from Orissa, Mr. Ashok Chandra Panda, a dear friend, Nakul Anand, Mr. Vinod Sutshi, my colleague from Tamil Nadu, Mr. T.K. Ramchandran, Mr. Harsahai Meena, Mr. Pranab Sarkar, Mr. Rajiv Kohli, Mr. Rajiv Mehra, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a pleasure to be a part of this forum. Good to see Iato